back with the battles for eighth in GT2. That's the 58 of Morvi with the white, purplish, black car. And behind him, the blue and black car of Fast and Crazy Sim Sports, who have nothing to do with Savage Sim Sports. Although I once thought they had, because of the skin and the style of the F&C written on the side of the car. So, but no, they don't have anything in common.
Next, they're making a pit stop in GT1. It'll be interesting to see if they can, or well, we can get it back onto the hour mark, because obviously with the damage repair we had to pit before the out of sequence for a pit stop, and it'll make a big difference whether you can get it back so you don't have to make an extra pit stop because of that. I would have thought at some point in the near future we can have a battle for the lead between Core and Nito Velox.
Yeah. The Core is 10 minutes 10 minutes longer into their stint than Nito Velox is.
Yeah, that's true. But considering how far they were behind, you would have thought that they've got a real chance of being able to beat them if they can just get a clean pass.
About 2.9 seconds the last time around, the difference between Nito Velox and Core.
Took another 10th out of him that lap. Last splits they were about equal on the current lap time. Yeah, it seems like in general UNAS is usually about 0.3 fast, or like 0.2, 0.3 faster for Core. But then, because he's out, that's just from being out of sync on the strategy. But then occasionally, for some reason, he just goes much faster. And I'm not really sure. Like, I saw him do a 31.7 a few laps ago, which is really impressive considering it's halfway through a stint. So he just seems to struggle a bit with consistency. and his tyres are a lot cooler than Nito Ballox's, so I guess that sort of tells quite a bit of the difference. But I have to say that that's probably because Nito Ballox's tyres are a bit hot for that stage of the stint rather than Core's being too cold.
Balanzada and Loy back to back. That's between Team Virus and Savage Sim Sports. 4P4 in GT2. So now joining us from Nita Velox, Dustin Lundquist.
Evening, folks.
So how are you satisfied with the performance of your team so far?
Well, at the moment we're actually doing pretty good. We're up to the front actually. A little problem this stint with tires overheating in the front especially, but apart from that looking good as we still got 4 laps into car.
And when are you going to overtake the car?
Well, I'm going to take over after one more stint of Tomac, but I'm actually a little scared about that because I'm the slowest driver and I just try to do my best.
Sounds good to me.
I bet you like that.
Yeah.
How much preparation did you invest into the race, if I may ask?
Well, of course, you can never do enough practice, but we worked a little on the setup itself, and also I was gaining some real good tips from Dennis and Tomek, who are far more experienced than me in LFS and GT1 overall. So yeah, we are quite confident that we can at least finish top 3 or 5.
That sounds pretty conservative since you can't be the leader.
Yeah, but you know, there are some things happened which worked in our fortune. It can always turn around, the race is still long, so we gotta see how it unfolds and what still happens.
But in secret you dream of the win, don't you?
Who doesn't? That's the reason why we are all competing. It's for winning.
How did you see the race so far? I mean, how did you experience it? Did you watch the stream the whole time, or?
Yeah, we're on stream, on tracker, on remote all the time, giving info to our current driver. So far, it's shaped up pretty good. Especially, I think the back markers did a good job of being fair and square. And it's looking good right now, but still, long time to go. A lot can happen.
And how did you experience the red flag situation? Have you been around here that early, or have you been elsewhere?
Yeah, as pointed out before, we were nearly there all the time, like with our driver, current driver, giving information, and we just had a little chit chat in the meantime, waiting for the race to continue. Made it a little fun and stuff, but nothing special really. Just chill out a moment, get the tension off, and try to calm down a little. Because basically we had a tough moment right at the start. We were still discussing with Isaac from Enix.
Yeah, so thanks for being around.
No problem, cheers, keep up the good commentary.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.
During that interview, it seemed like things have improved for Nitro Velox a bit. Tonix managed to answer Eunas's pace, and Eunas just ran wide in Sector 3, so lost a bit more time. And seeing as they'll be pitting soon, that should help Nitro Velox open the gap a bit for the next stint.
So I just got a wake-up call, and I don't know who just sent it to me. Someone wanted to be interviewed as well. Maybe to the drivers, better write me an PM here on TeamSpeak than do these taps or whatever it's called. Simply because if I push them away, they are gone. While if you chat me, there still stays a tab where I can look at it.
Race control to the pit wall, 20 minutes till half points awarding.
So in 20 minutes we'll award the first points of the day in both classes.
When you think about it, that's a pretty silly system, because someone could easily make it so their strategy works, like because of the red flag, someone might luck into it. It's not going to happen, because as long as Nitro Velox don't fail, they're still going to be leading. But it could quite easily have worked out that someone just got the points simply by having a different strategy. perhaps that system should be worked on some way.
Well,
seeing as red flags are actually quite a common occurrence in LFS.
The question is always how, if there is a red flag, how the two parts of the race are actually work together. And
yeah, I remember in the Savage Sim Sports 24-hour race in TBO and STD, there was a red flag, and they actually put together both parts of that race. So there's different ways of doing it. Like, as opposed to, it wasn't like there was a safety car. They actually made it like an aggregate overall, which made it quite interesting on the last lap between Inex and Core on that race, because they were like literally a few tenths ahead at the red flag point after 8 hours of racing, and after the next like 16 hours of racing we were just ahead of them, so it was pretty much too close to call. I think it's about like 0.8 difference at the end of the race, when you think over 24 hours being that close is pretty ridiculous.
yeah, that's true. Well, what I imagine would be best in such situations to have some sort of pursuit start, so actually the gaps you worked out in the first part of the race are still there, but I guess that's not really...
in an ideal world that'd be the best way, but when you think it took Deco like an hour just to get the grid in the right order, never mind with everything else.
Right.
The second, I think it probably would take it. I don't think he'd appreciate you suggesting that idea. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's just an idea from the perfect world, where everything...
Well, the perfect world would be that we don't have servers that crash.
Yeah, true. But, well, the second to best perfect, or how you want to call it. Maybe I've watched too much winter sports in the recent days.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to know why it happens. It's like, because it doesn't happen really in practice or like on other servers that I'm on, so the only thing I can really think is that it's when there's so many connections, it's under higher load or something, but it seems kind of weird.
The problem was that suddenly there was a loss of packets. No one knows where it came from, but it was on the Genuine Racing TeamSpeak, and well, simply because it is on the same data center as we. Koskinen into the pits.
He isn't repairing his slight damage. It'll be interesting to see how much time they made up on Inex, who were behind, well, 7 or 8 seconds behind them before the pit stop, just by going those extra laps. Quite a lot, because they're not even coming. They're like not even into the hairpin yet, and they're Core leaving the pits. So that worked out quite well for them. Yeah, they made about 16 seconds from that, so... For now, at least, it seems like it's going to be a two-way battle for the lead.
hello.
Hello.
Have I missed anything significant?
No.
Germans take longer to eat food than Welsh people, clearly. You said you went to eat your food, I then got my food, then ate it, and then started commentating for about 10 minutes.
Only took 15 minutes.
That's a lie.
Doesn't mean...
That's a massive lie, that's a massive lie.
But just because I was away for 20-something minutes, doesn't mean I was eating all of that time.
20-something minutes. Off to dinner, be back in 20-30 minutes. It's 53 minutes past. So, actually more like 50 minutes.
I think you can't read, because it's 43 minutes.
It says 53.
It's 1943, now 1944.
No, I'm talking about the time that you sent that message, mate.
Oh yeah, well.
So you've been 50 minutes.
So what?
I think you... No, you didn't miss it.
You're basically just fat.
You just missed that, the cars landing on top of the cars bit.
No,
Again.
he didn't miss that.
Yes.
Did it happen again, did it?
Yeah, 71 and 02.
Okay,
That makes me
okay.
feel better that it happened again.
You know, the thing has happened to you before, GTA.
Yeah, we mentioned that in our team chat because it was Robin, who's now my teammate, who landed on top of me. So
That was nice. That's nice to give people. No. Oh hi.
got experience of having cars land on top of my team.
Also have experience of you almost flipping over the top of me.
When
In Elvis' car.
I didn't almost flip over the top of you.
You were on 2 wheels leaning on my car on full opposite lock.
When was that?
In 2011 so far.
Oh right, yeah, I get you. Just before I then pushed you into the wall.
Yeah, just a bit.
I think you didn't even miss a question that was asked. Well, it wasn't asked because you couldn't miss it.
He missed an interview with
Oh yeah, with
Lundqvist,
Oh. Okay.
which I took no part in, except for saying that it's a good thing that he's going to be driving soon.
Yeah, when he said he's the slowest driver. Okay, I just get a picture. I just got it sent. Oh! Okay, no car landing on another car. So I just got sent a picture showing me that
Who's that on 2 wheels?
that on 2 wheels is the O2 car. That's actually the scene after which it looked like a sandwich after a day in the.
I'll just say.
So is it like 2 completely unrelated incidents then?
Yes.
How can you even go on 2 wheels by yourself like that?
I don't think that it must have
Then
been by himself, because there is one of the bales flying.
To be honest, I think those bales are probably more of a danger than anything else in that chicane.
Where are the bales even? I didn't even notice them when I was driving.
Left and right on a track, on the chicane, like on the apexes of the curbs.
Maybe I
Not
should.
off the
Maybe
curbs. There are few,
that just shows that I'm.
That
just shows that I'm obviously not cutting the chicane enough. That I didn't notice they were there.
Or that you're just too ignorant.
No, I think I was right and you were wrong.
Or what I could also mention is that the bale got. Oh! Oh,
How did they do that on a straight? They must have hit someone. 88, that's Iron Club.
Yeah.
But they also made contact with 7. Oh dear. Now their rear end looks really nice and modern. Like I sculpted it.
And they are not too far away from the pit stop.
But I still have no damage on the car, so... But now it's the short tail version of the FZR. Looks more like a Porsche Cayman now. With the rear end from a 928. Also commenting on that picture of the virus car, I didn't know Travis Pastrana was driving for them. Oh, and then it's connecting, so it looks like they're gonna pit straight away.
I don't think so. I think the last stint he joined and then disconnected and came back.
Well,
I don't think he's going to pick because they're not even at the hour mark yet, and they've been doing 1 hour 6 stints. So.
Well,
they haven't done
56 minutes into their stint.
You mean they haven't done an hour in this stint?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like confused with 14 minutes past the hour. But yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, his tyres look fairly okay still.
Well, left rear could be thicker, but I don't think that was worn down by the spin, though.
They spun?
Yeah, on the middle of a straight.
Oh. So they are pitting.
Yes, they have shed loads of flat spots on their tyres.
Well, that's kind of ruined their strategy then. It'll be interesting to see now whether that puts Jonas Koskinen for Core past them, because it's 2 seconds when they pitted, but obviously going longer has made that gap increase, but they might have lost more than they gained, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think so, because Jonas is passing the pit lane now and Tomac hasn't even started accelerating yet. Yeah, got him easily.
There goes Dennis Lind.
Which goes against what Lundqvist was saying, that he's going to be driving the next hour. Maybe they changed.
No, he said he'd be driving after another stint of Tomac.
But they changed it to be Dennis.
But it's, yeah.
Well, I guess if Tomac spun on the straight, he might have had technical issues. Or he might have just had brain issues, but I'm going to say technical issues.
Who doesn't have issues?
People who don't exist.
Well, they still have issues because they don't exist, you know?
Well, you could see it like that.
But they've lost quite a lot of time because now NX are right pretty close to them, and if you consider that they were actually racing each other before NX had a car land on top of them, they've lost quite a lot of time in the last couple of hours from mistakes or damage repairs and whatever else.
We'll also have a battle in GT2 for P2 in class, which is Tyan and Loy still, Savage and Infinity. Well, but in the other order.
Loy is yet to pit though.
Yeah, so there's not really a battle.
Unless Arox decides to push him off the road and get a penalty.
But the Infinity car's right behind them, so... Oh no, wait, it was the LLM car, wasn't it? Not the Infinity car.
Well, it's the Infinity car that Jarl Tyan is driving, so...
Yeah, of course. Well, I didn't have that in my mind because I don't see his skin. For me, it's white. And car 71 retires from the race because of severe engine toastage. Another rised up XRG.
Two minutes until half points. 2 minutes.
So I kind of cursed Nito Velox because next lap round would be the half point mark, and I said that they should easily be leading.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that, I guess.
If they just extended their stint, you know, they might have got some extra points.
Guess they didn't think about that, to be honest.
Yeah, probably not. It's kind of silly when you think about it. Silly rule, I mean, I don't really see the point of having.
But in real life, you know, it makes much more sense because you have stuff that's called unreliability, but... Well,
Well, you can still DNF in RFS as well, but
technically you can't.
well, the way the red flags worked out is that it's kind of basically meant you get points for something that happens 4 hours 20 minutes into the race, as opposed to halfway. Seeing as pretty much everything that happened.
Apparently, of all the racing that's gonna be done, that's halfway.
Yeah, but obviously the first 1 hour and 30 minutes or whatever didn't really count for anything.
First 30 laps then.
Only for position for the start of the race.
No, apparently they're gonna be incorporated into the result.
Oh, so we had an 8-second lead. That doesn't sound right. That never happens because there was a safety car, so it all had bunched up anyway. Why call the safety car and then red flag it? It's never happened before.
That's the other thing you missed.
It's just the laps, not the gaps. So yeah, it's been clarified. Dom's wrong.
Well, no, I'm half right.
Cross flags, halfway.
Because the first part of the race accounts for something, because the distance covered still counts. Therefore, I am half right, and you're not fully able to tell me that I am wrong.
That's not what you meant, though, was it?
I didn't really mean the gaps, because seeing as the safety car was deployed, the gaps were gone anyways.
Well, we never crossed the line under the safety car, but yeah.
It didn't matter anyways, because you were on a lap that didn't even count anymore.
Pursuit start, my solution.
I think we should have aggregate races like F1 used to have to massively confuse everybody.
Well, MotoGP did use it too until 6-7 years ago.
When they decided that when they found out that it actually doesn't work.
I got all nostalgic about that Savage 24-hour race when we started talking about aggregating the two periods.
Oh, don't remind me.
That was a good race. Not
only because you won by nothing at all.
Still a good race.
I enjoyed driving, don't get me wrong, I did a lot of driving in that race. I probably did more driving in that 24-hour race than I did in any other 24-hour race. By far, but, well, you know, it's just XRT.
I remember you telling me about Krassy getting like a double rear puncture and laughing.
No, he got, no, he got a left rear puncture, and then he got another puncture, and I think he even got a left front puncture. And at some point, he was just spinning around in the last corner, and I was sitting there pulling my hair out, and it wasn't funny.
Driving on soup.
Oh yeah, and then in the last stint I did the ultimate blunder, which was, oh, I've got a push, oh dear, I have a puncture, let's go to the pits. Okay, I'm in the pit lane, oh no, I'm in second gear, I have a drive-through.
You're good.
That's why I'm a professional driver, Isaac.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in our team, we forgot to do a tyre change, and when we pulled out the pit box, our tyre punctured, and we sat at the exit of the pit lane, wondering whether we should reverse back to the pit box after crossing the line, or whether we should go forward. We tried to reverse back, and it gave a message like, "You'll be spectated if you continue," so that lost us quite a bit of time. And then I timed out while Massey was AFK and didn't tell anyone. So we lost about 4 minutes from that.
Oh,
it was a good 24-hour race.
To be honest, I think everyone in the TBO class just had a horrible race.
Yeah.
But okay, long time ago.
Feels like just yesterday.
Maybe you're getting old.
Yeah. Reached the the not teenager. I was gonna say double figures, but I've been in that for about 10 years.
Double figures when you're 10 finally. Great.
Yes. I'm not 9 years old anymore.
I think what you mean is, well, over here we call it tweenie.
No.
That sounds
dodgy. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what I was
I'm not a teenager anymore. Let's just leave it at that.
Tweenie sounds like it's implying something I wouldn't want to be thought about myself.
First you're teeny, then you're tweenie.
What happens when you're 30 then? Is that freeney?
I don't know.
Are you just making this up, or is it actually true?
No, that's actually true, yes.
That's actually true. Drive-through penalty for causing an avoidable incident with car 88 for...
Is that what they spun on the straight for?
Oh
Maybe
dear.
that's why they spun on the straight?
Yes.
Oh.
You know, I saw them having some very close calls while lapping, and I bit them and it was only a matter of time. That will put Inex right in front of them once they have to serve it. Well, which they have to do, but once they have served it.
Strategies aren't actually synced up, but yeah.
Your strategy seems to be just to wait for everyone else to crash and get penalties.
Well, it was working well for me in the first stint until the red flag. Literally, what happened was take it easy, then flat spot trying to overtake someone, then just sit behind everyone, wait for them to crash, and then lead the race.
But yeah, to come back to that mini thing, you're talking about a country here which incorporates English in such ways to call mobile phones handies and to call...
Handies?
Yes.
Wow.
Because it sounds English and
No
English is
wonder.
good.
No wonder your country always has people mocking it when you do stuff like that. Andes.
I think my favourite one so far is when they tried to market some bags, you know, that you can like strap around your waist, so it's like just there. Guess what they marketed it as?
A bum
Body
bag?
bags.
Body bag.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
an unfortunate term, isn't it? Usually
Well,
body bags.
what's wrong with
I'm
like?
still here. Am I
the-
still here?
Yes, you are.
I heard you say "oh no," but did you think you were timing out?
Yeah, because
Yes.
everything froze.
Well, you timed out the server.
Yeah. Interesting.
Indeed. Almost as interesting as marketing something as a body bag, when usually a body bag is something you put dead people into.
Mm-hmm. This is the safety car. And this is our race leader. And this is his onboard. It's okay. Now I seem to be fully back here. I really hope.
When you say everything froze, you could have just put the heater on earlier, that would have prevented it. Oh dear, it's CSF part
two
1.
Germans, a Scotsman, and someone from Wales.
The one from Wales isn't here anymore, but I'm only going to be here for a minute anyway. How's the stream going?
Well,
It's going. I
they're happy
think
to be live.
I think to claim anything more would be a bit rich of us.
That's exciting then.
Yes, very much so.
Did Car 09 ever come back, Don, or is it retired now? Well, it is back out there.
No, they're back. They're actually somehow in front of car 29. Even though I don't quite understand that, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, you should be aware you are watching in this race a strange occurrence is happening. Jack Sedgwick is the fastest GT2 by a country mile at the moment, which does seem a bit strange.
Yeah, clearly wheel spinning too fast.
I guess it's not Jack's fault to be the fastest, but it's Business Cat's fault.
Well, no, it's his fault. His internet kept failing earlier, but...
Lynn serving his drive-through now, there we go.
Anyway, now I know the stream's going okay, I'll go bye-bye. Good night.
See.
There goes the Scotsman, and there we see number 30 just having exited the pit lane.
And rejoined in third.
Food. Could it be that Isaac got killed by the term handy?
No, I think he is busy doing something. Probably.
Busy doing something.
I don't bloody know. I'm not a.
Yeah, no. Better he's busy doing something then. he's busy doing nothing.
I'm often busy. Well, judging from the fact that he's active in his team channel, I would say he's busy doing talking to them.
Meanwhile, it got so cold here, I have my second pullover pulled over.
It got so cold that your teeth froze.
You know, your jokes are so low at times that you gotta jump so your legs are not cut off.
They're lower than that, mate. We're 4.5 hours since the restart. Just over 4.5 hours since the restart. Top 5 won. Right now, Core Racing leads Inex from Nitro Velox, Conquest Racing number 8 and Conquest Racing number 7. In GT2, Virus Car 63 leads from Infinity Esports Racing GT2. Last Lap Motorsports 52 entry leads 54's Team Virus. And 5th is Savage Sim Sports. Full standings can of course be viewed on tracker.newdimensionracing.com or newdimensionracing.com/tracker, which is actually the same.
Then there is also facebook.com/newdimensionracing and in Twitter we're @NDR_LFS.
Twitter.
Is there anything else we are on? Well, obviously we're also at...
We're on TeamSpeak.
We're on TeamSpeak, yeah. YouTube. youtube.com/NDRLFS. Which also means that we're on Google+, but I don't think any one of us looks at Google+.
You need. Do you still need a Google Plus account to comment on YouTube?
I fear so, yeah.
Whatever. I don't really understand that. But okay. Never really for what YouTube needs as social media features, because it's a video sharing site. It's not Facebook.
It's a Google-owned thing, and Google wants to unify everything.
To be honest, they should just cheer people up by using Apple Maps.
Yeah, where Stockholm is missing.
Just where Stockholm is missing. It's not like that's its biggest. It's not like that's its biggest problem.
I just realized that apps on Apple that are using maps are meanwhile going over to use OpenStreetMaps instead.
Well, I rather use track maps. Spin for Inex. And Chavi, and I hope that splitter. And I hope that splitter is not been pressed down so that it scrapes on the ground now on the braking. That could be quite a severe problem.
Meanwhile, the next interview guest here. I welcome you, Jacob Cooper.
May I inform you, it does scrape on the floor.
Oh dear.
Well, hello there.
So how are you doing?
We're doing good, yeah. Obviously in the latter few months I've taken the role of the Infinity Racing Manager for the Live for Speed side of things, and yeah, from my point of view it's looking pretty good.
So you're not going to drive today, or are you?
No, I'll be driving later on. 3 hours. When all my children are in bed and I have some peace and quiet. First world problem.
Yeah, how's your view on the race so far?
Yeah, it's been tight mostly. We've had some unfortunate incidents with, well, I wouldn't call them incidents, just racing stuff. But we've been unlucky with traffic and things like that. Really. But other than that, we're just driving our own race. 5th position is probably the best we can hope for at the moment.
So you're looking forward to a top 5 finish?
Yeah, I mean the GT2 guys have been doing an amazing job. It's just the 2 of them, Jarl and Sam. They've been doing a really good job. So that's been quite motivating. If they're doing well, then I mean, there's not really much data or information you can share between GT2 and GT1, but just to know that your teammates are doing well, even if it isn't another class, it does motivate you.
So, have you have any insights of your strategies, or are they secret?
Well, the strategy is to try and go as long as possible on the tyres, but I mean, really, yeah, if you're not at the point end of the grid, as you say, then there's not much point pushing it to get it, be so close to getting a puncture, because it's not worth it when you lose so much time if you do get a puncture. I mean, obviously, ideally, if you're going to run it as close to a puncture as possible, you want it to happen in the end of the last sector so you can just take it to the pit lane straight away, but the reality is, if you get a puncture, it's probably going to be at the start of sector 3, probably on the right front. For the GT1s anyway. I mean, I did notice a lot of the GT2 cars seem to have left front punctures, which I found quite strange.
Meanwhile, there was it a mistake by our commentator? Yes, it was. Isaac, who's been around
So just after they repaired their scraping splitter, now they have a drive-through penalty.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That was the reason why Isaac didn't say bye or anything. He had to jump into the car very...
To be honest, when he went away, the car wasn't broken yet.
Yeah, the car wasn't broken yet. And I don't think they planned that it gets broken, but I think the reason actually speeded up the whole affair of pitting.
Well, that puts Conquest in the 3rd, doesn't it? The 08 car. I mean, I've always said that about Conquest, but I mean, I think they really do go under the radar in LFS. People don't see them as good as they are, especially with Arco and Goik and those guys. They're really good drivers. I mean, unfortunately for them and Jenar as well, Dom, is they're running XR as well. That's definitely not the car to be in here, which is, I find that ironic that Inex take the FZR here. Yeah. I also find it funny that they're not at the front for a change.
I find this ironic at all, because in my opinion the FZR clearly has a pace advantage around here.
Yeah, but I mean, you would take the car that you prefer, you wouldn't just choose to run.
Well, I don't think, for example,
possible, etc.
For For example, I don't think Isaac has a preferred car. He just does whatever is fastest. To be honest, if I had the choice for this track alone, so would I, you know. If there's a clear difference, then why give away time? Doesn't make any sense.
No, but I mean, given people's opinions on the XR and the FZR over the season and the differences of the characteristics of those cars, you know, you would expect some people to align more with one specific car rather than drive anything. I mean, every track is different, really. I mean, well, there's only really one track that suits the FXR, but in the XR, I suppose you'd have to concede over the course of a season on the many tracks that LFS has that the XR is probably quicker overall, but it depends, really. I think depends on who's driving. I mean, you look at the FZR and you say it was the quickest car overall, but then the guys driving it is like Tomek, Dennis, Koskinen in this race anyway, and Arco. Those guys are quick in FZR anyway. I mean, an average guy in an FZR won't be fast at all.
I don't know, I'm not really a fan of, personally I just take whatever I like, usually it's XR, even when I know that it's maybe not just about as fast, but I know I can get more out of it than I can get out of the FZR, or I have to work like 5 times as hard to get it from the FZR. It's a very, very different car. It's dynamic, feels much, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it, but the XR feels, when you've got it set up, it feels kind of light on its feet, but the FZR feels much heavier in the corners.
Well, I mean, on exit, on corner exit, the FZR is the best car to have, and on braking as well. But that's one thing that I do like about LFS is you could take maybe 3 or 4 tracks on LFS, and the XR and the FZR would be pretty close. And it's just the characteristics of those cars are so different, but they meet in the middle pace-wise. I mean, the FZR on the brakes, I mean, I'm a bit of a Porsche fanboy, so for me, a rear-engine car is always preferable for me, because on the brakes you can be so aggressive there, and you can trail brake a little bit. But in a front-engine car, you can't really do that because you lock up the front.
Well, what I would like to see, which I think would be really interesting, is if these were something like modern day GT3 spec cars and had proper racing ABS and traction control, because that would be something that would be another factor that you have to set up that determines tire wear and so on. Of course you could say, oh, it makes driving easier, blah blah blah, but well, I don't think it's that clear cut still.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I mean, if you have ABS, for instance, I suppose in a sense it reduces some of the technical skill involved in braking without ABS, but the reality is, because everybody's able to use ABS, it brings the field closer together in general, so the competition is higher. I mean, look at DTM in the early 90s when they had ABS and electronic aids you can think of, and the racing there was really close, and they could actually pass each other.
Only one problem, because so expensive that everyone except for Mercedes was like, duh, too expensive, buy. So, yeah.
But again, it's like the Group B era in rallying. It doesn't matter how good or bad it was, you're always going to look back on it as the best era in motorsport.
I'm not so sure. I think when it comes to Formula 1, I think the best era was the Turbo era. Rallying was probably, I'm not even so sure it was Group B, because around the year 2000, when they had the Group A years, they had actually way more manufacturers.
Yeah. As for me, I mean, I'm not even that biased because I am English, but the BTCC in the mid to late 90s was probably the best era in touring cars as well, because you had every single manufacturer that was making cars viably had a manufacturer's team in BTCC.
But to be honest, around that time with Super Touring, you had Super Touring car championships everywhere.
Yep.
East African Super Touring car championship, Zimbabwe Super Touring car championship,
and
no
Audi
problem.
Most probably won every single one of them at one point.
Not really, only once they came in with four-wheel drive before BMW rolled everything. Like, they got a 100 kilo penalty in BTCC and won the championship the year after still.
Well, either way, it wasn't Opel, so we can all sleep easy.
Vauxhall never won anything.
Of course not, it's GM. What do you expect? They roll out the car from the pit lane, the wheels fall off.
Oh, the Corvettes are good. The new ones, not the C5. But whatever. We shouldn't be talking about this. But
well, have you ever seen a Corvette, a GTE or GT2 Corvette in person? Because they're a lot like a Ferrari or a Porsche. They have a lot of character about them when you just look at it and you just see it on a track. Not a lot of cars have that, but the Corvette definitely does.
And still, if you have got a Corvette running and behind it a Renault Clio, you don't hear the Corvette, you hear the Clio. Simply because the sound Simply because the sound of the gearbox of the Clio is so ear-killing.
Yeah, it's like every gear change someone's being shot.
When I was at a VLN race last year, I really was shocked that the beautiful cars, the beautiful sounding cars, are suddenly getting oversounded by a Clio or a Mini or something in that direction.
Yeah, the VLN is something that scares the life out of me. I don't understand how people drive there with that many cars and so many different classes on the same track. And on that track as well, it's just, I just can't get my head around it. I just think it's crazy. I mean, you have guys there driving full on GT3 spec cars, and then you have like the club racers with like a BMW diesel estate, and it's crazy.
Yeah, then there are the Ferrari 40s, which are so freaking expensive if you've got just a scratch in it.
Yeah, and they have no spare body panels because they can't afford it, so one crash and that's game over for them.
Yeah.
Didn't a Clio or something like that win VLN this year?
Yeah, due to the point system.
Yeah. And they don't have any spare body parts. They finish the race and half the car's made from gaffer tape.
Then there are thousands of Porsche Cup cars.
They're everywhere though.
Yeah. The car that I liked the most definitely was the BMW M1.
Which are we talking VLN or?
In the VLN, yeah, there's an original Pro car M1.
So the Pro car is not the one that's turbocharged to 1,000,000 horsepower then, I guess. But I don't know.
No, I wouldn't be allowed to run it anyways.
Because the DRM1 was just an animal, complete animal.
Don't even allow the GT2 cars, the FIA GT2 cars, to run at the pace.
Safety car standby. Safety car standby. We have a car out of fuel in turn 17. Safety car standby.
We've got a car out of fuel.
It's the number 53, I think. Fast and crazy. That wasn't an insult, that's the team name.
Yeah, it's fast and crazy. Though their entry was F&C Sim Sports.
Oof, that was close.
I fear we won't get this sorted out without a safety car.
Yes, you could, but not by these rules.
What are you suggesting, to just kick them from the server down or what?
No, I'm just suggesting that, I don't know, you get those mad marshals from the Dubai 24 who just push anything.
I think it's not really a dangerous position, but I mean, yeah, you have 2 or more cars.
The dangerous part is not the position, but the
thing
way.
is, no. There's no problem with him being there at all. Problem is he can't get away from there.
Yeah. But I mean, in the sense of if you were to recover him with a rescue car, I think it would then be dangerous, that position, because you're on the left-hand side of the track. You're going to have to come all the way down, and eventually you're going to be on the racing line as you get down there, or as you go up the hill and then back down. Especially when you're down in that dip there, it's a little bit blind. Although if you have the name tags on when you're driving, it shouldn't be a problem, I don't think.
Looks like we're gonna have him pushed. The uphill part is the only part where he really needs pushing. Downhill, you can do that just through the momentum, really.
This is now very VLN style.
Not really, because usually we don't have the VLN track cars crashing into the back of whatever's been struck.
Yeah,
on the
but the
Well,
general.
it's unfortunate for them specifically, because I mean, ideally, if you run out of fuel or you're stationary on track for whatever reason, you'd want the safety car to come out to negate it.
Why don't we ask Frank Bieler what happens when you run out of fuel at Le Mans? Oh no, wait. He did that.
Well,
and was out of the
reminds
race.
me of the West Hill round where I think it was Scuderi Gas, was it? They ran out of fuel, got pushed to the pits, didn't refuel and got pushed around completely again.
Let's hope that Botev is not off the car again. Slaughter thinks about this.
No problem now.
Oh,
Cole, what you doing? You don't need safety cars, told you. Now all they have to do is not miss the pit stop like they almost did.
that's why the rescue car waited for a moment.
Well, let's just hope they have
where was
fuel.
I? So, do you like the picture of the VLN championship winning car?
It reminded me of the Mad Max film. That's what it reminded me of.
That's the 2013 endurance spec.
I mean, let's hope they don't drive at night because they could.
No, VLN don't drive at night generally.
For a moment I thought our race director, who is currently taking a ride, spins.
To be honest, you know what I wondered? Why is vehicle recovery, while the track is, well, let's say, while the cars are still going at some speed in real life, so difficult when in Japan you have tour buses driving around during Super GT3 practice sessions?
I actually thought that was some kind of a sketch show.
No, it's for real. It happens at every track.
Well, it shouldn't. They need to be told, no, you're on some form of performance enhancing drugs. Please stop it and be serious for once. I mean, that's just too much, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest. If you're on the bus and a Lexus SC430 or whatever they are come past you at 100 miles an hour, that's going to be pretty cool. But the reality is, no, that's complete stupidity.
Why?
I mean, how they're able to organise that is.
Well, they just talk to the drivers.
In Europe.
They get buses and drive around.
You make it sound so easy.
Well,
maybe in Japan
that's probably the basics.
In VLN, it's the fact that teams are actually installing a second seat for the qualifying session, so that they can drive, do taxi laps around
so they
the
can,
Nürburgring.
what? So they can use fat people as success ballast?
No. But for qualifying, they are actually most of the time they are doing passenger laps.
Yeah, because qualifying doesn't really matter.
Right.
Maybe we should use one of those VOB mods to get a XRG bus and do our own tour bus things then. And imagine if somebody made contact with that bus, it would create some.
To be honest, I don't think they built the buses out of paper.
Unlike Tokyo.
Nah, the Asians only built windows out of paper, not buses.
Wait, a window out of paper? Wait.
Yes. If they had glass, they used paper for windows.
But paper, I cannot see through paper.
Which that wasn't the point of it.
Well, how can it be a window if you don't see through it? That defeats the point.
I don't know. Maybe it had holes in it. No?
Well, that's true. If you create enough holes and you stand far enough away, you probably will be able to see through it, no problem.
So, we now have
5 hours left.
5 hours left, yeah.
Yay, I am ecstatic.
provisional halfway results. So for the points, this is a very important list. So halfway points go to Core Racing in GT1. They won the halfway in front of Nito, Velox and NX. Then there are the 2 Conquest cars, 8 in front of 7. And the 2 Jenna cars, 9 in front of 29. They are followed by Virus, Infinity Esports, Last Lap Motorsports, and Race Green. In GT2, it's Virus in front of Fast and Crazy, in front of Infinity Esports.
Apparently there are even people missing from it, so it's questionable how correct this is.
Yeah, it's highly provisional, so it's just to give us an impression. Meanwhile, leader in the pits. Both leaders in the pits at the same time.
Give us an impression of what the results won't be like.
The GT2 leader just left the pits already, while the GT1 leader is still in it.
Well, no, the GT2 leader is technically not the GT2 leader. He's the effective GT2 leader.
Well, he was the GT2 leader when entering the pits.
Oh, and Yao Tyan has a drive-through penalty.
It's raining penalties. Hallelujah.
In the pit lane.
Oh dear. Well, that's a kick in the teeth, but you know, sometimes it does happen. You have your finger over the button, and when you know, sometimes you tend to hit it twice, or hit it when you're not supposed to, or maybe you don't even have it on when you leave the box.
8 penalties already in this race.
I think only. It seems like Nito Velox got a lot of penalties already.
Nito Velox has 2 drive-throughs. Core Racing 1 drive-through. And NX 1 drive-through. Also Race Green Autosports 1 drive-through. Those are the penalties in GT1 and GT2. Infinity Esports had 1. For an avoidable contact, if I recall it correctly.
Yeah.
Then this is the second one for you, for your team. Core Racing had 1 for unsafe rejoin now. No, it was for speeding as well, I think. And Last Motorsports got 1 for speeding. Then we also had penalties in the first part of the race, which are not listed in tracker.
I'm sure Yaltine can make that deficit up. I mean, if I was him, well, if I was bothering to go and tell him, I'd tell him to take the drive through ASAP. And that way, if there's some safety car or an incident, you know, you've got it out of the way then.
There comes in.
just don't. Well, you don't know what's going to happen. There's still the best side of 4 almost 5 hours to go. So better just take your penalty as soon as you get it, and then you can go from there and try and reduce the deficit that the penalty caused you.
And there's one of the totally repainted cars passing our time.
That looks like it may have been on its roof.
It was earlier, yeah.
It looks like it's just come out of the scrapyard.
Yeah, this version is alright. The early one was. Yeah. The real reason we don't know, maybe it was a Phantom 4X even.
Yeah, possibly. Or one of these phantom tyres in the final chicane, which have caught us out multiple times in the GT1 car. I mean, you know, with Live for Speed it's quite strange. You hit a stationary tyre, generally it causes you no problem at all. It slows you down a bit and you fire the tyres off around you, but when the tyre is moving and it's sort of spinning on the spot and then you hit the tyre, it like wants to stop the car and rotate the car instantly. But I must attend to my team matters. But thanks for having me.
Yeah, was a pleasure.
As always.
Best of luck for your team for
Thank
the rest
you.
of the race.
Enjoy yourselves, boys.
Thanks. We always enjoy ourselves. As long as we don't have to listen to ourselves, all is fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
I think the closest battle on track so far is between car 7 and car 9. That is Genuine Racing and Conquest Racing. A battle for 5th position, currently held by Genuine Racing. There's black and gold car. Yay!
It technically shouldn't be, but okay.
It technically what?
Technically should be blue and white, but
Yeah, well,
something happened.
something happened and then it was decided, okay, let's do a complete repaint. Simply because we can.
Ooh! Oh dear.
What must it be for a feeling to see the GT2 leader in front of you and then suddenly see how he nearly crashes?
To be honest, that's the feeling I had during my stint at South City, so no problem at all. And at Westhill, when the first race I drove was there was a GT2 that spun into me and gave me suspension damage, I think. I don't know, I have to wonder what the feeling is like. I already know.
By the way, who is currently by tons the fastest car on track in GT2?
Oh, let me think. Oh, it must be Jack Sedgwick!
Yes.
Maybe he's floating across the track.
Just as a comparison, he was 3 seconds faster than Alpine on his past lap, which is not really...
I don't really think that's the norm.
Oh. He's also 3 seconds faster than the Savage car. Three seconds faster than... No, just 2 seconds faster than the core car. So he's flying. Business Cat is flying.
Well, meow.
Yeah. In fact, he's currently the only one who can produce 40s as lap time.
Fastest GT1 lap is still held by Inex, funnily enough, with the 1:30.170. Well, it's not like Core's far away, because they did a 1:31.77.
Lavrikov for LLM now rather close to Yoltine after the drive-through penalty for the Norwegian.
Yep, and this is actually a proper fight. No different ends of stints here. Oh my god, that was very, very close. A time didn't go into the wall there, I don't know. Slipstreaming, side by side. Oh, and they made contact! Oh dear, that could have gone wrong. Touching car corners there. Opposite car corners of that as well. Also, Lind in the pits. Yosela will take over the lead.
Yes, so he does.
And he stays in the car, so still no Mr. Lundqvist.
Maybe he expected Isaac to win the car. Some psycho games here.
So, just over 4 hours and 25 minutes left to go in this race. Still have 27 of the 30 starting cars running right now. Top 5s again, as per usual. GT1, 34 Core Racing, 30 Nitro Velox, 1 Inex Racing, 8 Conquest Racing, 9 Genuine Racing. GT2, 63 Team Virus, 78 Infinity Esports, 52 Last Lap Motorsports, 54 Team Virus, and the 56 of Savage Shin Sports. Full standings are, as I already repeatedly mentioned, available at tracker.newdimensionracing.com.
So, targeted for virus is joining the server.
Yes, the Hungarian virus. The DSLR one. 58, to be more clear.
That's why I said 58.
Repetition helps.
Yeah.
No, good old golden rule. If you repeat something often enough, people will start believing it. So Roland Oza is joining for the 56er Savage, who are pitting in now. Oh, that was a bit, well, last minute on the braking for the pit lane entry. Tires changed, fuel filled up, Oza in the car, and off they go.
Tracker doesn't like me anymore. It's reloading without an end, and also I don't get all these extra information shown that you can see when you click on this triangle icon right to the positions. Questions and comments are always welcome.
Especially now.
Did you already tell how to get to send us infos, questions, anything?
No, I only did the top 5 rundown. And I also, just after I asked myself why I did that, because I forgot about that position bar in the stream.
Yeah, we don't see it, you see it. It actually has been a quite nice gimmick for endurance racing.
Yeah, only thing that's really lacking are class colors and class designations, but other than that, you can't really do anything.
What I'd like to know, since I just see it on my end of the stream, is the stream stuttering to you in any way? Because at my end it is, but well, it could just be that all the stuff that my computer is currently doing here makes it stutter at my end.
No, for me it's also doing it, and my PC for sure is game stream.
Oh. That's interesting. Has it always been that way?
I hope not. Is the AA on again?
No, that would stutter differently. Then everything would stutter, I guess.
Wow, even through timeouts, both Jenna's cars are somehow still the same pit schedule.
And car 25?
That LLM GT1, and he's having new series of the Great British Bake Off on his right rear tire right now.
But that's one thing I clearly see about this car. That its performance has improved.
Which car?
25.
Well, seeing as it's just fun and has an overheated tire, not in this very moment, maybe generally though.
Generally not.
What you mean from the previous round or what?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I'll be cautious and say that there was not exactly that it can't have been a mammoth job to improve from last round. Talking about rounds, this isn't the last round. is it?
Right, there's one more round afterwards.
Yep, 24 hours after ride 2. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of the, as you pointed out, not one of the longest tracks in LFS.
No, not by any stretch of the imagination. If I remember right, it's like just over 5 kilometers. I'm not sure.
Yeah, something like that.
It is 5.138.
Getting full here, we've got 2 guests here now at once. Yeah. Both representatives of Savage Sim Sports, Boris Matonus, and Mr. Banhammer, Flame himself, Martin Kapal.
Good evening.
So how's the race from your perspective so far?
Flame?
Laurie?
No, okay. Well, it was interesting in the beginning, before the red flag. I know that Martin made a good Weber start, as he said. And yeah, the red flag didn't really work well for us. But I think he will tell you more about his car, because we're driving in both different cars. He's driving in the 56 and I'm driving in 65th, yeah. But yeah, our car is just going easily there, cruising and trying to reach the finish, because we're not the main car. So maybe Martin will tell you more about the other car.
Yeah, maybe I will tell you more. Yeah, our car is doing good as well. We have done some good stints so far. Our advantage could be that we are able to do quite long stints, so we could maybe gain some advantage at the end, but now it's not looking very good because of some misunderstandings with the fuel and everything. We might not have we might not be able to make it for 4 stints till the end. Damn it, I can't remember anything, why?
We can't remember English.
Well, it's been good, it's been a good race so far, apart from the red flag.
It's more fun. Oh Jesus, I got the flame syndrome. Now I just wanted to say that it's more fun in our TeamSpeak than on track for us, at the moment at least. But yeah.
No.
Yeah, and we've had a very strange situation now with the car number 6 on racetrack.
He timed out? Poor guy.
That's a bit odd, to be honest. But anyways, what are you both expecting from the further race?
Well, we're expecting to finish.
Exactly.
And you should be expecting more, Flame. You stupid. Well, at least our first car, the 56, is in good position in the standings, in the overall standings in the championship. So, yeah, I hope they will do better. Then I think Roland is now driving in 7th position.
Yeah, we hope so.
No, go.
Yeah, obviously we're hoping for a good result, but who knows? Anything can happen. I think it's
Still
mentioned
to do.
like a million times that anything can happen, but yeah.
Hopefully nothing wrong will happen. Bad. We have people in our both cars who tend to roll, but hopefully they won't do that today.
So far it's been surprisingly good.
Who is in particularly trying to roll, if I may ask?
Well, they're not trying to roll. They're trying not to roll. But yeah, we had some experience for Roland Orsa, who's now driving, that he did roll a few times while practicing before the race. So we were joking around that he shouldn't do that in race. Kevin as well. I think he rolled a few times. So yeah, basically they are both in the lead car. So that scares a bit, but hopefully they will be good and leave it on the wheels.
Well, I think everything hasn't been as good. I remember I had one moment when my LFS minimized, I crashed into a wall.
Yeah, Carl had the same thing in our car. Yeah, we're still discussing who is DDoSing our LFS for the Savage
Yeah,
team.
must be some conspiracy.
Yeah, but besides that, it's all good.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say now that you're on stream live, or?
No, wait. We were discussing about with Martin before the race if you're still doing that thing when you invite people to talk in their native language after they win. Yeah, but we thought that it would be funny to speak in our native language because we both have people from our countries driving, and we have. Oh, I'm sure that in name of Savage, send the best welcomes to Kid, who's our #1 fan apparently. Oh, someone got a drive through penalty. No, he said when he came on the stream before. Don't laugh, Flame. When he came on stream before, he said that he is supporting us, so thanks for him, and we would like to thank as well. Yeah, we have a fan. By the way, yeah, we should use this opportunity. We should invite people to invite people to visit our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I think we're the only team in LFS community that has Instagram account. So social, yeah. So if you're using it, follow us, and yeah.
If you're not using it, don't follow us.
Or start using it. We would need to thank Ditlev's mom, for every mom in the team. That's it. I felt like I was taking an award for something.
Actually, we do also have a Steam community.
Oh yeah, we have
group.
Community profile group. Then me and Martin will soon start a singing band or something. Oh, we tend to sing in TeamSpeak. Anyway, but yeah, that shouldn't...
I think we should cut it in the best moment, yeah.
Yeah, until we say too much.
Okay, thanks to have you with us. Good luck for the further race you do, to both of your cars.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has been... Thanks!
Yeah, don't fall asleep. We're not looking at you.
That's going to be a challenge.
I really did not understand when Kid asked if your back is hurting after 4 hours of commentating. It's like, not that much. But maybe he was just being polite. We're not like that.
It's not really the back hurting, but it's the back being tired after sitting around for so long with no movement in between, so...
You should drive, there's some movement then.
Yeah, next week for Fern Bay with me. streetcars there I'll be driving.
Good luck.
Thanks. Wouldn't that be something for your team as well?
What's the event? What is it?
Wait, what?
DOP 24-hour race.
Oh,
not anymore. I'll be tired after this one.
well, Martin usually does on LFS. There is.
Yeah, that's why I ask.
But I think no, we had discussed it inside the team if we are doing this, but I didn't. I don't think. Yeah, well, I posted something, and of course you all ignored. Anyway, but I think we just won't have enough manpower to make a car that would go for full 24 hours. I think we will concentrate on this and preparing for the next race. And yeah, well, on the other hand, nobody knows. We might even say hashtag YOLO and just join. Right, Flame?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, thanks.
There's nothing more to say, really. Yeah.
Alright, the United, that's the United Savage Sim Sports team. In form of Martin Capel and Loris Martinez.
Yeah, I should get back to moderating.
Yeah, you should go back to moderating and moreover back the channels to your team.
Yeah, go to driving, not moderating, you stupid check. Anyway.
I want is driving, damn it.
I want to road.
Okay.
Bye!
Good night.
Bye! Yeah. Something different to have two people at once being interviewed. Has its whole own dynamic. And you sound like you took the time and did a power nap.
No. I've been awake for... Well, I'm not... it's not like it's 3 weeks, I'm gonna say, but it's been...
Rommel
29 hours. Oh dear, not another one. If this goes on like that, GT will win the session. Yeah, Peter, no coming back from there. Yep, there we go. 25 timed out.
And Ekström's gone.
Rommel funny, you should aid to not confuse people.
M Ekström is his username.
Well, it's not his name though. Oh, there we go, teammates already there. Oh.
Teammates, many of them. They now have decided who to do.
Exactly.
To
get on with it.
Yeah.
Then right. Sit there and say, no, you're driving. You're driving. No, you're driving. But yeah, still 29 runners. Wait a second, that can't be right. Well, and it is. It's 27. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if you missed the
No. It was because I switched to the LLM car, which just 29, and I was he wasn't 29, and I thought, well, kind of 29, isn't it? But it's not that easy. Oh, Velikov is back.
Yeah, after the adventures of Botev in the chicane. This what our little application delivers us. About
also
causing
the little
yellow flags.
adventures they had with not paying their fuel supplier enough money, or not giving their fuel gauge enough attention. Three hours and 9 minutes left to go. Marvelous. For God's sake. Go away, Deco, at 3 hours in my mind. I was almost optimistic and said, oh, 3 hours. Oh, damn, it isn't. Also, Guider connecting for the number 7 Conquest car.
But before we go to the pit stops, we do a little stream break. This is not spring break, but something different, not as exciting, and we'll see it in a few seconds later.